All right, everybody. Good afternoon. This is our Saturday call, and we're here on this Saturday to talk about how we can use our time better and leverage our time by working together. And what we're doing is building a team of people together that like-minded, hopefully, that we're going to work together and we're going to put a challenge out there that how would you like to make $7,000? I'm gonna say it the next 7 days, but if it takes us a month, I'm okay with that. If it takes 2 months, I'm okay with that. But we want to put the challenge of 7,000 because that's the first level that everybody working together can get in a very short amount of time. I'm not gonna put no time barrier on it, but the quicker we do it, the quicker we can get there. So I want everybody to understand we are working together as a team. And I want you to think of this as a team build. And that's where we're going to be headed with this conversation. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully everybody can see that. And so what we're going to talk about is a program that is, I look at it as a feeder program. It's called Our Own Rescue. Yes, we're going to have to rescue ourselves. This is our own rescue because if you wait for the government to rescue you, you're going to be in trouble. People who work 30 and 40 years and then they retire and they look at their Social Security and their Social Security check is less than half of what they were getting when they were working full time. How are you going to make it? So you don't want to wait for the government. You don't want to wait for your parents or your friends or whomever you've been depending on to pull you out. You got to be able to rescue yourself. Now, this is how they came up with the name Our Own Rescue. So when you hear me say OOR, that's what I'm talking about. Now, the program is set up, like I said, as a feeder. I'm just going to talk about OOR today. I'm not going to get into the other part of the program that we're going to move from A to B. When we move to B, we're going to be with the big boys. But I don't want you to go over to the big boys with nothing but a penny in your pocket. So we're going to be able to come into this program with lots of money. In other words, cash flow in your pocket. You'll be able to have extra money. So if I say, okay, let's all of us take out $100. Well, if you're sitting there with $1,000, $100 would be no problem. Now let's go into program B or program C, and we all follow each other and do the same thing. Guess what? It's going to be an impact because we're leveraging what we're doing with what, the program, how it's set up. You by yourself, yeah, you might could do pretty good. But what about 15, 20, 50, 100 of us all being impacted into a program that can pay you 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 plus a month? That's where I'm headed with the conversation. So keep that in the back of your mind. We're going to be doing a team build. So I want you, the first thing that if you have not done this yet, before you do anything else, and you want to write these 3 steps down, please, because this is the most important thing. You want to look at a 13-minute video as an overview so you know what we're dealing with. How can you go in and say, well, I'm promoting OOR, Our Own Rescue, and you don't even know how OOR works? So I want you to do that first. That's number 1. Number 2, register into the $10 program. Now, I said $10 because guess what? That's all it costs. This is a one-time, out-of-pocket $10 program that nobody can say I ain't got $10. I mean, we go to McDonald's and get a meal and pay probably $8 to $10, and you don't get nothing out of it. I'm telling you that you can take this $10 and it can come back to you 100 times, 1,000 times. Ever how big you want it to be, that's what it can do for you. So you put your dream and your vision out there and says, look, I need X amount of dollars. Then put it in that blank. And that's what your goal should be. You don't stop until you get there. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. Don't let nobody tell you, man, they always talking about that they're making extra money. That sounds like a scam. Okay. Let them say whatever they want to say. We're going to move on. Okay. We're going to move on because this is not a scam. I was trying to think of what the letter scam stands for, and that just hit me. If anybody can speak up, letters SCAM. Something.
Confused about
Still, that's the first word I couldn't think was still. Scam is anybody says a scam, then they're saying they are still confused about money. That's all scam is for them, because they don't understand money. When you understand money, you won't call everything that makes money a scam. You know, we got some things that we're going to really blow your mind, that you can make money in minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. I mean, take $15, $20, $100, whatever you got, and it can turn into a 10 can turn into 1,000. 1,000 can turn into 10,000. Ever how much you want, ever how much you want. So just keep that in mind, and we're going to help you to get there. So number 2, again, is register into the $10 program. What is the $10 program? If you looked at the video, you know it's our own rescue. Okay. Now, for those of you who say, well, I'm in the no friends left club, I don't know nobody. Okay, that's fine. We're going to talk to the person that brought you in. I'm not going to get into that today, but they'll show you how you can get free leads from that person, or they're going to invite you to join a program that can give you free meeting leads. And they'll tell you more about that. But you can start out with 100 leads. And these are networkers that are already in the right frame of mind. You don't have to tell them about network marketing. You don't have to tell them about making money with other people making money. They're not going to look at you and say it sounds like a scam. So that's the kind of people you want. You don't want somebody that says, yeah, I got a program that can make you some money. Well, what do I do first? Well, go to your computer and cut it on. I don't know how to turn the computer on. Don't bring nobody in that don't even know how to turn the computer on. I don't have a computer. I don't have a phone. No, you want somebody that at least can kind of stay with you. Okay, so get with that person, and they can help you to get those leads. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, it's only one time $15, and you get 100 leads every time you need them. 100. You use those 100. Now, out of 100 people, do you think you can find 3? That's it. Because the next thing says use your leads to get at least 3 interested persons. Some of y'all come in the front door with 3. You got your cousin, your uncle, your aunt, your sister, or your brother, some family member. If you want to go ahead and use your warm market people you already know, you're good to go. That's your 3. So once you get those 3 people that are interested, now you're ready to go. Okay. And once you do that, and I should have put under number 3, I should have put that under number 2. I'm going to skip down to here. Receive a complimentary $100 restaurant voucher for signing up your first 3. If they are warm market and in your family, sign them up. When you do, we're going to give you a $100 restaurant voucher. Restaurant voucher, yeah, that means you can go to any restaurant that you pick out. Not that we tell you to go here and you say, I don't go to that restaurant, I go over across town. You can pick the place. They have a list of all these different restaurants. We'll talk to you about that. But let me just give you a real quick summary of how this is going to work with the restaurant voucher. Because some of y'all say, oh man, how you going to do that? You ain't got no $100. Okay, here's my little coupon. I'll just show you that first. Flyer, I'm sorry. And just looking at that, boy, it make my mouth watery. I'm ready to jump on it right now. But you can enjoy up to $100, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And go to your place of your choice and pick out exactly what you want to eat at that particular restaurant. Okay? So that's the first thing. That's what we call an incentive. That's an incentive for you not to just sit around for 2 or 3 days. We want you to go ahead and do what you got to do right now and don't play with this thing. So if that incentive is out there, you shouldn't take 2 weeks or 3 weeks to sign up 3 people. Okay? We want you to do it now. Do it while it's fresh in your mind and while they're ready to go. All right. So at any of our thousands of participating restaurants, check out a full list of restaurants at restaurant.com. So that's our little secret. That's where we're getting it from. But we're getting the actual voucher from another company that we're affiliated with. Okay. So that's the first thing. Now, just to kind of give you a heads up on how good this can be for you, let me make sure I got my speakers on, share the sound. And Can y'all hear this?
Congratulations.
Can somebody say yes or no? Did you hear that? Can somebody unmute and say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it did.
All right, y'all can unmute if you don't have any background noise. I hate for you have to go find your speaker to say yes or no. But unmute if you got no background noise. If you do, I understand, no problem. All right, listen at this. It's only 1 minute. Hold on.
You have been rewarded with a $100 restaurant cash certificate every month for the next 4 months at thousands of participating restaurants nationwide. In addition, you will also have access to an unlimited amount of the latest and greatest fast food and restaurant coupons that you can use to receive free items, BOGO deals, and discounts at your favorite food spots anytime you want. How can we do this? We drive a ton of new diners to thousands of restaurants nationwide to fill their empty tables. The majority of customers that we send to these restaurants spend around $66 with a $25 cash certificate. You will receive a $25 restaurant cash certificate every month for the next 4 months. Choose from thousands of participating restaurants in virtually every city in every state of the USA. So redeem your certificate before it expires. Eat up to 50% off of your bill and thank the business who gave you this special offer by doing business with them again and referring your friends and family members. Katrina from Grassonville, Maryland said, "The process to redeem was super easy. Find a certificate for the restaurant and redeem. It really was that simple. So what are you waiting for? Activate your offer today."
Okay. Only thing I can say after I saw that was, wow, that's awesome. How many of y'all would like to get a $100 restaurant voucher? All you got to do is to sign up 3 and you'll have it right there in front of you. Okay. So I just wanted to just share that with you, let you see that this is what we already got in place for everyone. And just let us know what exactly you thought.
Congratulations. You have been.
Get him on.
This certificate
Hold on.
entitles you to $25.
All right. So just let us know if you're having any problems or whatever, signing people up these calls on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 12:30. I know that 12:30 is in the middle of the day for somebody who's working, but if you're working, we'll try to adjust the schedule. Or here's the thing, we're going to try to record calls and send the recording to you. So if you can't get on a live call at 12:30, you should be in our Eagle team. That's our new Telegram. If you're not in the Eagle team, ask someone about that and they can put you in there. We'll be putting all of the different posts and all the different recordings in the Eagle team. So if you miss a call, just catch it from there. Any questions, anybody? All right. So at this time, I'm going to show you what our capture page is, because this is how we get people's attention. Okay. The capture page is basically this right here. It captures their attention. If you remember last time we was on the call, we had the record, the 13-minute recording up here, but we have changed it now. The 13-minute recording is going to be on the landing page. So if this is the capture page, they'll read about the $10 Dream Builder pre-launch. That's basically what we're looking at, pre-launch. But after today, we're going to say we're in launch, because we're going to give you the link to that capture page. All right, and we just asked them a few questions, hopefully get them thinking. Are you willing to risk knowing, could you use an extra $300 to $1,000 in a very short time? I'm gonna let you fill in the blank. How short of a time do you want it to be? A day or two, a week, 2 weeks, a month? That's up to you. But all of us working together, we can narrow it down to a shorter amount of time, as if you was doing it yourself. We're not talking about you doing this by yourself. We're going to work together. We don't want to leave nobody behind. If possible, we're going to take everybody in together, and we're going to take you by the hand, and we all going to the promised land together. Just stick with us. Next thing it asks, do you have $10? Most people would say yes to that question. So hopefully that's a yes. And then the last thing is, would you like to participate in our awesome team build where we leave no one behind, like I just said. So we all working together, and you got $10 and you want to make an extra 300, 500, 1,000, and it can be a lot more. But remember, this is the feeder. The feeder, I think of that as a smaller program. But if I told you that this thing could bring you $7,000 in a short amount of time, I don't look at that as a feeder no more. I look at that as a main program. But it's going to give you cash flow so that we go into the number B, or letter B, or the next program. Now we got the cash flow. Now you have money coming in. You got money to pay off some of those bills, pay that car off, or get you a new car, or help you make your mortgage payment, whatever. You fill in the blank. You might have a student loans, whatever. You fill that in. So this is what you're going to get. I mean, this is what they're going to see, you're going to see when we give you this link. Now, they must fill out this first form to get to the next page, which is going to automatically take them to what we call a landing page. So let's say the name, phone number, email, inviter. Inviter is who's the person who told you about this. You put that person's name and then let them click that says, I understand I may be contacted by the owner. We might send them an email. Well, ain't no might. We will be sending them an email. We might text them sometime. If we need to call them and they really need to be on top of some things, we'll call you too. We'll have access to your information at that point. Anybody have any questions at this point before I go to the landing page and show you what that's about? Any questions? Okay, if somebody got some coffee cups going in the background, if you can mute out, I certainly appreciate it. All right, so once they fill this out and click submit, now here's where they're going. They're going to the landing page. Now look at how we changed the landing page. We put it out there. We stick it in your face. The money and the gold, $7,000. And I'm not going to bite my tongue when I say it because the lady says it on the video, on the recording. When you listen to that 30-minute recording, you can go through two different phases. One of them get you 7,000. The next one gets you 77,000. We're not even gonna talk about the second phase. Let's just get through the first phase. But if you haven't seen this 13-minute video, that should be your goal. Now, once they see that, they go on down here and they see another clock ticking. But this one is basically letting them know, basically what we just said, that what if $10 go? When you register, like I just showed you, I'm letting them know now, you're gonna receive that $100 restaurant voucher. The promotion for that voucher will end next Saturday. When we come on here, we're gonna see how many people have brought in 3. October the 1st, that's gonna be when we on next Saturday, we're gonna start giving out those vouchers after the 1st. So you got from now to next week to find how many people? 3. That ain't hard. If I give you 100 leads, you can start sending it to those leads. I know out of 100, it's a numbers game. You should be able to get 3, okay? And here's the clock ticking right now. 7 days, 11 hours, 40 minutes, and some change, okay? So I'm just letting you know, that's how that looks. All right, now, once they get on the landing page, now this is where the action comes in. This is where we want to really show them that, hey, this is something that you want. They see that they can get a $100 restaurant voucher just for bringing in 3 people. So what do you think is next? Let's get started. So when they click on that link right there, it's gonna take them to our team build link. Our team build, and that's gonna start from there. What the team build does is it goes from left to right to the next person on the team. If you're not on the team, guess what? You can't be one of the ones that the people will be falling in under. Now, if we all use the same team link for the same team build, we use the same team build link, then it's gonna go from left to right under everybody. Now, if you got your 3, it'll skip you. We're only looking for somebody that got 1 or 2 or none. That's where the team build link is gonna fall. If you got your 3, you are good. And some of us do. We came in over a month ago, we went ahead and got our 3. But we start thinking, said, look, we got people sitting there, ain't brought nobody in. Well, they better wake up and smell the coffee. So when them 3 people hit them, they're gonna be calling and say, look, I'm ready to send you $10. I need you to activate or confirm my payment so that they can move on to level 2. And you see in the video, level 2 is going from $10 to $20. Well, if you just made 30, 20 of that 10, or 20 of that 30 is going to be used for you to go to level 2. We're not going to pull no more money out of our pocket. Now, if you want to go ahead and pay the 20 before you get your 3, you can do that. That's not a problem. Only thing I ask you to do is check with your sponsor, your inviter, to make sure that the person that you fell under is your sponsor. Let's get those 2 words straight. The inviter is the person, that the link that you use. You don't have to worry about the inviter after you signed up. Who you're gonna worry about is your sponsor. Your sponsor is the person that you fell under. You might fall into somebody you may not know. That's gonna be your sponsor because they're gonna fall in the next available spot. Well, if that's you, y'all might want to get to know each other because when you go to level 2, they're gonna follow you to level 2 and their 3 gonna follow them to level 2. So it's gonna be a follow me type situation So yes, you do want to get to know your sponsor. That's who you fell under, okay? So keep that in mind. Now, once you register, and we have some people that have had some problem with the registration, Lord, every time we get something started, here comes the devil, wants to come in and mess it up. Well, we're going to get past that, but don't let that deter you. We're going to work with you. We can call our upline that can help either delete your position and let you start over again, or let's just make sure we check everything. Make sure you spell the email correct. Make sure that when you go to the application, it has the link up there for the person that you're signing up under. Okay, make sure that's up there for the link of the person that told you about this. It wouldn't be them. And I'll just go ahead and say this. If you're using the TeamViewer link, it'll say EFLEM, EFLEM. But if you're using somebody that you already know, your sponsor or whatever, then it'll have their username. Find out, it'll have their name up there. It'll have their name, okay? So we'll talk about it if you're not sure about that, but the main thing is check and make sure that it does not say admin, because if you're getting ready to go to the admin, that means you did something wrong. You don't want to do that, okay? All right, so once you do that, you're gonna get an email. Once you get your email, and this is where some people are getting stuck, if you don't get the email, you can't go to step 3. But once you get the email and can activate it, just click that link, then hopefully you'll show up in their back office. If you don't do that, call me, call the person that invited you, and at that time we'll let you know what needs to be done. Okay, or we'll work with you to get it straightened out. All right. Hopefully that's not going to be a major problem. Now, once you do number 2, activate your email. Number 3, listen to this 4-minute video on how to get started properly. Maybe I should have put that in there. Getting started properly means you're going to make sure that you log into your back office, and you have to put in your payment methods. What payment methods do you want people to send funds to? It could be Cash App, it could be PayPal, it can be Zelle. Any of those, you put it in there. Some people even put Bitcoin. If you want somebody to send you Bitcoin to whatever that wallet that they're using, you can do that. That's fine. That's up to you. Because this is an international company, so you got people in other countries that might not can use Cash App or PayPal, then they can use the wallet for Bitcoin. That's fine if that's what you want to use. But all of those are available. You got to do that first. Once you fill that out, then it'll tell you now go to purchase your position. And you click the $10 purchase position, and it should go through with no problem. Okay? If it does, again, just get back up with us. But make it a game, make it fun. And I always ask 3 questions to the people I'm talking to, just to get their curiosity and see if they're at least on the right page. Do you need to make money this week? Hopefully they say, yeah. If they say no, I'm saying, okay, next. Number 2, do you have $10? Hopefully they say yes. If they say no, next. And number 3, can you find 3 people in the next hour, next 2 hours, and the next day or 2? You fill in that blank. That's up to you. Can you find 3 people so that if they say yes to these 3 questions, you have your 3. It's time for us to put you on the list for the $100 complimentary restaurant voucher. Okay, so that's basically all I have. That's the presentation. We're going to record this, and once it downloads, we're going to put it in the Eagle team. So hold on 1 second. Let me cut this off, and then I'll be able to answer any questions that you may have. So thank you all for listening to this recording.